and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, if you're just joining in for the first time, my name is Cocomilla and I'm the creative director of Cocomilla Cakery, and welcome to my channel. So today, straight up, I'm going to be showing you guys how to bake using charcoal and a local oven. So let's dive in.
Okay, so here is a bag of charcoal I got. I got this for 4,000 naira, and this particular type is what is referred to as iron charcoal. They have different types in the market, so they call it on iron charcoal, and that's because it's quite sustainable in terms of its burning rate. I usually turn this into a basin and cover it up during the rainy season and when the place is quite humid. Now, this is what I'm going to be using to start up the fire coal fire. Is referred to as, I think, charcoal cooker or something like that, and it's made up of clay and it has holes at the bottom, and that's because air circulation is very important when we start up the clay. That's when we set it up on fire. So you can see it has other two vents. So this vent space is where the ashes are going to fall down below, and then you can remove them when you're done baking. Do note that you have to make sure that you remove the ashes when done baking before you start another baking process. So I'm now going to stuff in the charcoal. Yes, so usually when you want to bake, you want to ensure that you fill it up right with the charcoal and not just put a small quantity. That's because once it has started flaming up, you can't actually start topping up again while it is inside the oven. If not, it's going to start smoking out. So you want to ensure that from the onset you top up with a lot of charcoal. But for this video, I just wasn't baking with so much cakes, and it's more like a demo, so I just used small. If you're baking a lot of cakes, please, you have to make sure you fill it very well. So I have my nylon, I cut it in the center, and I have a cap of kerosene. So this is just one method on how to start it. I'll show you a second method I use without kerosene. So next thing is I'm going to light up my match to start up the fire. So the essence is that the nylon in between is going to enable the fire to burn longer, right? If you just pour the kerosene on the coal, sometimes it can quench up on and be very annoying. So you can see after a while it has picked up. I didn't have to carry any fan and start fanning anything, right? So okay, so this is the second stage. So this second one, I'm not going to use kerosene, I'm just going to use the nylon. So I have the nylon in two parts. On the first one, I'm going to push it in to the center of the coal, right? And then I'm going to light my matchbox, right? And this is the second one I'm going to use. They are both needed to start up the fire. So I'm going to first start this up. So the essence is to start the fire on the nylon in the center first. So I actually decided to show this error in the sense that it actually quenched at a point, and I'm showing you this because if you're just starting this kind of process and you encounter this, don't feel hard on yourself. Sometimes it happens, right? And that's because I didn't really set my match stick well on the nylon, so I had to restart again with a second matchstick, and you can see it has started burning the nylon in the center and it has picked up. So now the second nylon I have in my hand is what I'm going to just use to place in between, and it actually caught up with fire also, and I'm going to allow it to burn very well. So as it's burning, you know, when you're burning your candle, you know how the liquid drops, right? That the liquid candle drops. I don't know what you call it anyway. The wax drops. So that's the essence of this. So it's going to be burning and be dropping to the center where the other nylon is, right? And then it's now going to start up on its own by burning very well. So now it's going to be smoking out actually, right? And at this point, you just leave it. Don't carry any fan to start fanning it and all that. Just allow it to burn on its own. And so this is, I just zoomed in for you to see. Can you see this smoke? As far as this smoke keeps emitting from the coal, you can't place it in your oven yet until the smoke has reduced drastically. Like there's no smoke, and all you can feel when you place your hand over it is heat. Here is an example. Don't allow it to burn to this extent. Can you see this? I left this long. So basically, once that coal has actually picked up, you now quickly place it in the oven. You leave your door open for a while in case smoke is still coming out. But by the time the smoke stops and it's just the heat, you now place your cover. So this is a local oven I'm using. So I just place that coal pot, burner at the base. You see, it has its own. The oven has its own vent too. So that's just okay. I don't need to fan anything. So I'm just going to observe briefly if there's any smoke. If there's any smoke, don't close the oven until the smoke emission is out of the oven. Now you need a thermometer, very important, and I advise you bake at the middle. For this, I decided to bake from the middle top, and that's because the base is usually very hot, right? But anyway, at the base, I'm going to show you how I regulate my temperature here. I'm going to be placing a water bath. I hope you know about water bath. So the water bath is going to help regulate the temperature, and I'm going to bake my cakes nicely. So I'm going to lock my oven now. So I went to the market to discover other sizes. So can you see roughly the price range between 25,000 naira for the 2 layers to 55,000 naira for the 3 layers local oven. So you can see with that method, can you see the thermometer range? It wasn't high. So you can see these are cupcakes I just baked. Let me bring them closer so you see them. Can you see how fresh they are? They did not burn, nothing, no smoke. The oven was not smoky. So this is a very cheap method of baking, if you ask me. Not using gas, just cold 7,000, 4,000 naira, sorry, and it lasts a whole month. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you find this very important, very interesting. For more content,